Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry back again with another BoLS unboxing. Today we are looking at the new Infinity Army Pack for the USAriadna. This is the new Sectorial Army Pack box. It's got all the cool stuff in here. It has the limited edition Maverick Girl for the bike dismount. Comes with all these models and also all these models and a ton of stuff. As you can see, lots of good stuff going in here. So that said, let's go ahead and jump on in. Like I said, ton of stuff. You get the 9 models, tokens, the terrain mat, the actual terrain boxes. Looks like a book as well. So let's go ahead and take this off here. Slice the tape off that end. And that's actually going to be upside down, so let me flip that over and get this out of the box. Pretty tight fit. Okay. And here we go. Alright, so let's see. Sweet. So we got the Mavericks rules there. Got the minis in that box. More minis in this box. This is the Assault Regiment Devil Dogs. Those are the big dudes. And we'll take a look at the minis in a second, so I'm going to set those to the side. We have the Maverick Girl right there. We've got some USAriadna green dice. There's the USAriadna logo. This is the Maverick Girl on a bike. It's pretty cool. And then the terrain pack. And if I had to guess, I would probably guess that this terrain pack is going to be available eventually. Maybe not immediately. But the Navajo Outpost pack, they do like to sell those individually. So they're actually really good to give you an idea of what the terrain looks like for Infinity. If you don't have a bunch of that fancy laser cut stuff laying around. But here is the Army Pack as well. So it's got a bunch of rules and scenarios and probably some other fun stuff in here. But that's everything in the box. So let me go ahead and open the rest of the stuff up. I'll lay it all out nice and neat, and we'll go through it. Okay, I've got everything laid out. I'm going to go through the medals in a second. I mean, these guys, Corvus Belli, still doing some of the best, if not the best, medals out on the market right now. Again, they do their stuff, I think all of their stuff actually is digitally sculpted, and they actually cast everything in resin, so it's pretty cool. Aside from that, I really like the way they do their packaging overall. I think Corvus Belli does a really good job with all that stuff. So, but let me go through it with you. We have the play mat here. Again, it's a nice, I think it's like 30 inches or so by 30 inches or something like that. But it's a nice Navajo outpost, so you can kind of lay down on the table if you don't have anything fancy like a fat mat or anything like that. This works great for that, so you kind of get you in the right setting. And on the back side here, let me flip it around. It's actually a pretty cool poster. So it's that big blown out poster they have all over their website right now. So pretty cool stuff. I like that. You set that to the side. We've got their terrain. We have the typical shipping crate things. These guys are super handy for the game. They look good and they're super easy to build. Matter of fact, I'll do one on camera real quick. You just fold it out, fold those two things in there, and then fold that there, and don't bend that, bend that. And then you've got a pretty handy shipping crate that you can actually put models on. It'll support their weight. We've got a bunch of these that we love to pull out and use for in-game, and it looks like you've got a couple of different sets. Looks like 2 of those, and then 2 of the orange ones as well. So really cool. I love the little shipping crate things. These guys are a little bit trickier to fold together, but they're just as handy. These little buildings here fold all together. So it looks like you get 2 of the what is that? Ecomista Army Communication Station. So Comsta, and then Tactical Operations Center. Looks like we get 2 more of those. So 4 big buildings, and you can see there the Navajo Outpost pack. So that's everything there. So let me move all that off to the side again. We go through the Army Pack. There's some stuff in here too. So nice little rule book with some missions. Well, not rule book per se, but let's go through. It's actually pretty thick. There's a map. So it's kind of one of those you flip through halfway and flip it over. Looks like this is the Spanish version. So it's all in Spanish if you want to translate that, or if you're like me and I can read some Spanish but not a whole bunch. But we actually do have the English as well, so that's why it's halvesies there. So, but yeah, pretty easy. It's got the quick start rules in there if you want to just jump in and play. It feels like you can pull some of these pages out or something. They feel a little bit thicker than regular typing paper or something like that. So, but it's good magazine print stuff. So you got those. You got everything in the box, the little history of the units and everything like that. So intro to USAriadna, good stuff. This thing here is going to be your tokens and templates. So you can see there tons of tokens. You got your orders, regular orders, all that fun stuff. You've got a measuring device here. You've got these silhouettes, which are actually pretty handy. You can download, I think, these from their website, but they're pretty handy because they do show you like the cover line and things like that. So it helps clear up a lot of the ambiguity there, so you don't have to deal with any of that stuff. And then flamer templates, so good stuff all around there. Cool. Player A and player B stuff, that's handy. Just random missions call for things like that. There's some mines, which is always good. Camo, yeah, burning, prone. Yeah, good stuff to have, tokens. So, that said, let's go ahead and dive in on the models, and I'll set these all up and we'll zoom on into them. Alright, I've got a couple of the models pulled out. I'm not going to pull out all of them because, again, the quality is going to be the same across all of these sculpts. They're very sharp detail. They are metal. Again, they do their design in kind of a electronic design, digital design, and then cast all the metal. So you're going to get that same high quality stuff across the board. You're going to have to clean these models. Obviously, they do have some flash on them from the molding process, but it's pretty easy. Get some clippers, X-Acto knife or whatever, and clean them all up with your hobby supplies. So pretty typical stuff, but they look really good across the board. There's the devil dog soldier there. So yeah. I love these miniatures. It's one of the main reasons I like playing Infinity is the miniatures are just really cool. So I can't wait to build and get all these guys done up. I don't know if Gentleman, I might have to fight him for these models, so we'll see what happens. But he's a better painter than me, so it's not a loss if he gets a hold of them. But they look really good. I'm really excited about this faction. They're just kind of a wild European take on what Americans are like, I guess. So it's pretty good stuff across the board. But yeah, they got the big guy here. You've got the example of the infantry lineman there, the grunts, and then the bike again. So you get those 9 models. We do get the 10th model, the biker on foot, just because we got the special box from Gen Con, the pre-order there. So pretty good stuff. Yeah, she's a Maverick girl. So motorized recon. I'm excited about this pack. Like I said, I don't think with Infinity, I don't think you can really have ever enough terrain on the board, just because of the way line of sight works and the ranges and everything like that. It's fun to play with a lot of terrain on the board for Infinity for me. It does have that kind of close quarters, kind of cramped feeling to it, but it looks good when you get everything set up. So hopefully have some USAriadna bat reps coming soon versus maybe some Nomads or Pano, whatever we got laying around. I think we got some Eugene somewhere, so it'll be fun times. So hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Again, that's everything in the Army Pack for the USAriadna from Infinity, Corvus Belli. Check them out online. They should be shipping soon if they haven't shipped already. So coming to a store near you, coming to bring the tabletop pain. AdamHarry from BoLS signing off. Have a good one.